What's going on, guys? Fun and Reap here. Welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. Finally, fucking hell, I am not consistent at all. Forgot where we left off. January 24, 20. Yeah, okay, so it's this one. Right, I last recorded in January. I'll turn the music down. I'll turn the music down. I am really good at this. Day of the festival, here we go. We're doing the Sayori route, right? As Beefus, we're chilling. Yeah, let's just get straight into this. It's the day of the festival. The preparations for the event should be nearly complete, given all the work everyone's put in over the weekend. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. It's been a while though. Where's Sayori? We're meant to walk together, but she's late again. I don't want to leave her behind, but if she takes much longer, I'm going to be late for school. More time passes. There's going to be a moment of decision soon if she doesn't arrive. I'm guessing that's a clue as to we choose whether to check on her or not. She's carrying a large sack in her hands. I'm surprised she's running over to me. Isn't she aware of how late she is? Sayori, where have you been? We could have been late for school. I know. Sorry. I overslept again. Or couldn't decide what to have for breakfast again. She immediately pouts. You're such a meanie sometimes. You know my teasing is all in good fun, right? She mumbles something under her breath. Of course. By the way, I also double-checked the little bags. They're all in here. She gestures to the large sack, a bright smile evident on her face. I'm not sure how comfortable I am with Sayori showing me her sack. Okay, I can't make jokes. I forgot Twitter's going to have a field day if I make jokes. Good stuff, Sayori. People are going to love them. That was a really good idea. Candy, bookmarks, and literature quote. Whatever. I can't speak. Literature quotes. Perfect things to give out from our event. Uh-huh. Something for everyone. Although I'm kind of nervous for the festival. Honestly, I don't blame you for that. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it? Sorry. Can't resist going full English. I mean, I know how much it means to Monica, but at the same time, I didn't really realize how intimidating reciting poetry to a bunch of strangers can be. I'm just going to turn on my fan and point it towards my computer before it starts to die. Just cool it down. A smidge, because my computer can... So it's a bit less overbearing on it. I mean, I know how much you miss Monica, at the same time I don't really realize... Yeah, I was all for it back in the club room, but now that the actual day is here... She looks a little nervous, so I reach over and give her a squeeze on the shoulder. You can probably hear the fan, right? I should probably turn that off. She looks a little nervous, squeeze on the shoulder. We'll be fine, don't worry. I know how much you like poetry, plus your poems are great. I just hope my own performance is up to standard. Oh, don't be silly, Beefus. They'll love your poem, I just know it. I chuckle, admiring the definitive optimism that really makes Sayori, well... Sayori. I guess we'll find out. By the way, are you doing anything after the festival? Anything fun? Nope, I haven't really planned that far ahead. I'm not great at doing that anyway. I'm kind of hoping we finish early so we can have the rest of the day off, to be honest. So what you're really saying is that you just want to go home and sleep, right? Oh, look how many students there are. How many clubs are in the event today? What a tactical change of topic. Sayori, come in with the tactics. Our school is in sight, and there's a lot of students milling around. It's a little strange to think that there's so many fellow students around, yet I've still been feeling so lonely. Or at least before joining the literature club. Fucking hell. It's a bit too much contact for my liking. Times like these make me grateful that Sayori told me about it, the club. England could vary. Times like these make me grateful that Sayori told me about it to the club in the first place. Little error. We move. I don't know, probably quite a few. By the way, Sayori. What's up, Beefus? I just wanted to say, well, no matter how this festival goes, I'm really grateful you told me about your club and let me join. Had a lot of fun so far. I scratched the back of my head nervously as Sayori looks curiously at me. I've never been good at expressing myself, and it probably shows. Yeah, I'm not the best with emotion. I do, like, exaggerate a lot for content, because otherwise it will just be me sat here going, I guess what I'm trying to say is, thank you, it's been so much fun being able to spend time with you again too. Because that's how I normally am. I'm normally tired and emotionless, but I exaggerate it a lot when I'm in entertainer mode. It really takes me back. You don't have to thank me for... Yeah. Sorry, I kind of went through a mini second puberty there for a second. You don't have to thank me for anything, silly. I enjoyed it too. After all, it would be lovely if things could go back to how they used to. How they used to? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Strange choice of words. What could she mean by this? As we enter the courtyard and make our way to our meeting room, she breaks the silence by giggling. Sorry. Something funny. I just thought of a way to steal one of Natsuki's cupcakes without realizing. Are you sure that's a good idea? Natsuki might be a little, but you know better than I do that she can be really fiery. Oh, don't worry about her. She might seem a bit mean on the outside, but she's harmless. Don't let her fool you. I'd rather her than me. So let's slap up the cinnamon bun. Beefer! Beefer! Beaver! Beaver, Sayori. It's good to see you guys. Do you want to come and give me a hand? Making her incredibly British. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. My beard keeps catching on the fucking pop filter. So that's the one I'll be performing. Hey, do you guys want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, they really did. They look really pretty. Something like this would definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed and on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize the guild's poems from ones they performed during our practice. Just then, Natsuki bursts into the room carrying a box that positively towers over her. Yuri trails in behind her, carrying a rolled-up banner and a large duffel bag. Yuri definitely did not just rob a bank. Alright, it's festival time. Well, you guys got here before me? I thought I was pretty early. I'm sorry for being the last one here. I'm glad that some preparation is already underway, though. It should take less time to set everything up this way. Yeah, let's work hard together, everyone. Natsuki unpacks her box to reveal 4 trays of cupcakes, stacked carefully on top of each other. Be first. I jump at the sudden outburst. Yeah? I'll lay out these cupcakes. Come on. Get over here, you fat fuck. Sorry. I just imagine that Natsuki's like, get over here, you piece of shit. Sorry. Then, if you wouldn't mind, Sayori, could you help me with these? Yuri gestures at her bag, to which Sayori nods cheerfully. I help Natsuki with her cupcakes while Yuri and Sayori start putting up decorations. Meanwhile, Monika continues putting down pamphlets. It isn't long before Natsuki has carefully arranged her cupcakes in a neat formation. Each cupcake is topped with white icing and some kanji, written in a variety of different coloured frostings. Wow, these look really good. Great idea to make them literature club themed as well, Natsuki. Yeah, it was a good idea, huh? I wrote down words that specifically have to do with poetry in our poems still. She picks up it's showing. See, this one says create. Yeah? Yeah. Isn't that the kanji for use? Eh? Natsuki furiously checks over the rest of her cupcakes to look for more miswritten characters. I glance over at Sayori and Yuri. They put up a banner with an inspirational quote. Monika plays piano while Sayori hands the bangers. Yeah. I'm sorry. They put up a banner with an inspirational quote. We're going with it. An inspirational quote written on a colourful gradient of the colours of the sky. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends. Why are you using he/him for it, huh? Yeah? Twitter's gonna have a field day with you. Sorry. I have a lot of feelings towards Twitter. That's a quote by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Sorry, Friedrich. I'm gonna try and pronounce that. Sorry. Friedrich Nietzsche. Yeah. Pronunciation, not my strong suit, to be honest. He had some very interesting thoughts, although there are some that I don't quite agree with. Oh, I think I've heard of him. As usual, Yuri outclasses me with her intellect. Ah, yes, you outclass me with your intellect. Very nice indeed. Upon closer inspection, each paper has a different kanji character written on it. Hey, it looks like you did something similar to Natsuki with your kanji curtain. Is that so? I'll have to take a look at what she's done after I finish setting up. She gestures to a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Yuri said that's central OS diffuser. Yes. Fucking hell, computer. Relax, my guy. It's for aromatherapy, one of my favorite contributors for a positive atmosphere. I'm pretty excited to see how it works later. I'm pretty sure Sayori is more powerful than aromatherapy and good vibes in general combined. Looks like all the preparations are almost finished now. Feels like there's something missing though. I'm turning on the fan again because this computer's really annoying me. Suddenly I notice a large bag sitting forlornly by itself to the side. Sayori, do you mind? Dear. Sayori, do you mind? Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it. The British in me wants to take the piss out of everything. I'm sorry. Sayori, do you mind handing me that sack you've got? I'll help you distribute all the stuff in... Yes, Sayori, give me your sack so I can empty it. What am I doing with my life? I'm sorry. Okay, here you go. Have fun with my sack. Peering inside, I catch sight of quite a few small, colourful bags, neatly tied shut with ribbons. Ah, just as I remember. Her handiwork from yesterday really shows. I pull one out. Yuri and Monica notice the little bags, looking on with interest. Ah, so that is what you and Beefus have been working on over the weekend, Sayori. I love how these look. You both did a fantastic job. Ah, it's mostly Sayori. I couldn't do the room by my life depended on it. That's fucking loud, dude. Why are you so loud, fan? Why? I'm sure the contents are just as impressive as the exterior. What sort of things did you choose for the quotes? 12 minutes. Saucy. We had a lot of fun with that. She delicately opens one of the little bags, fishing out a quote. Bum bum bum. It's perfectly okay to write garbage as long as you edit it brilliantly. Wait, I didn't put this one in. Oh yeah, that one was mine. I thought it was kind of funny. Monica giggles, whereas Yuri and Sayori look like they're trying to figure out what punchline it is. Well, 1 out of 3 isn't so bad. Oh, this one. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. Just force yourself to get something out on paper and tidy it up later. I like that one a lot, Beefus. After all, it's pretty much true. If you never start, you can't make any progress. Keeping your pen in the same spot would just result in a big puddle of ink. We can't find out who said that, which is a shame. Oh, have you guys tried the candy? Don't you think we should save those for the people we made the bags for, Sayori? Oh, yeah. Natsuki's irritated voice rings over from across the classroom. Hey, if you guys are finished over there, can you actually sort Sayori's stuff out? You know, we do have a festival to prepare for. She huffs and the rest of us share a guilty grin. Natsuki's right. I suppose Natsuki raises a valid point. Yeah, let's get to it then. Who thought Natsuki would be, you know, the one to pull everyone together? We printed out a few spare quotes to put around the classroom, and it's not long before a few desks bear the wise words of writers and poets alike. Okay, yeah, this fan's way too fucking loud. I have to... Sayori wanders over to the front door and sticks one of the quotes there. I'm impressed by her thinking. Everyone will see the quote that way. It doesn't take long to distribute all the little bags from around the room. Out of the corner of my eye, I spot Sayori trying to sneakily open a bag and pop a candy into her mouth. Naturally, she drops the chocolate. Some things never change. Oh, yes. Oh, that's... I like that. Nice. We love that. I had to. It's probably going to be in the thumbnail somewhere. The classroom is now darkened and lit up by the ambient lighting of the candles. A delicate floral scent wafts through the air, courtesy of Yuri's essential oils. Sayori and I head towards the other 3 girls who are huddled near the front of the classroom, murmuring to each other. Is it about time to start yet? Almost. We wrote that we were going to start at 10 a.m. on our posters, and that's in 10 minutes. Are people actually going to show up for this? Don't be so negative. Some people have shown up already, and I'm sure there will be more to file in soon. You guys don't have to be worrying so much about it. I've got full faith in all of you. I've seen all of your poems, and it's been amazing watching each and every one of you find and nurture your own unique writing styles. She smiles encouraging. Shut up, Monica. Just shut up. My reaction would be, shut the fuck up. Let me be, fam. To her credit, her words are helpful, even though I haven't been part of this club for as long as the other 3. Even Beefus. That's cute. It's just a joke. Jeez. Got some humor or lighten the mood. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure everyone's in the best frame of mind before we start. It's okay, Monica. We all understand and appreciate that. Yeah, we know how much this club means to you. I want it to be a success just as much as you do. Couldn't put it better myself. Even though I've only been in the club for a few days, I felt really at home. Truth be told, I used to be kind of lonely, knowing that I'm including something with people like you guys. It always makes me feel better. Apart from Sayori on Sunday, I haven't told anyone about how lonely I've been feeling. I'm a little nervous about how the others will react. They all turn to me, varying degrees of emotion on their faces. Natsuki impassively looks to the side, while Yuri gives me an expression of concern. Sayori looks a little sad, remembering our conversation about this. It's okay, Beefus. We can change that, remember? Like I said, I'm so happy you feel welcome here. It's exactly what we wanted. I agree. No one should feel alone. I know it's quite a difficult thing to experience. I feel a warm flush of gratitude at their words. Monica's just like, you fucking sad, pathetic little shit. It's because she's British. That's the British reaction to things. In fact, I'm lonely, so I can make jokes about it, alright? Shut up, Twitter. Thanks, guys. That means a lot. Also, Monica, I told Sayori this earlier, and I figured you might appreciate hearing this. Well, no matter how the festival goes, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. As to you guys, that lonely feeling has disappeared. It hasn't. You've all been so welcoming and accepting, and believe me, I'm really appreciative of that. So even if this doesn't quite go as planned, just know that I really love it here, and I'm so glad Sayori told me about this club. If others don't like what we have here, well, it's their loss, right? The girls nod in agreement, smiling at me. I had no idea my words would have such an impact, but they're glad they did in the end. Dude, winging it. My classic tactic to any conversation is to just fucking wing it. Even if I have no idea what to talk about, just smile and play along. Because, oh my god, it's so stressful. Monica turns to me, eyes shining with appreciation. Thank you, Beefus. You're right. Hearing those words from a newcomer really makes me feel like I've succeeded in my goals as president. Fuck all of you, I'm going home. Sorry. After all, I wanted to create a place where people can feel comfortable and share literature. And what you've just said makes me feel like it was all worth it. See, guys, if we could show Beefus how amazing this club is, who's to say we can't show the other students the same thing? Don't see them as strangers, see them as potential club members. She's definitely got inspiring with words. I felt nothing from that, so you're on your own, mate. Yeah, good thinking, Monica. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, but if they say anything bad about my cupcakes, I'm gonna kill them. I would lie to you, I'm still quite nervous, but after hearing what you've said, Beavis, I realize there might be other lonely people out there. This club would be the perfect place for them. It would not. It would definitely not. Yeah, we might even find more manga enthusiasts. That's the spirit. Now let's go and show the rest of the school just what the literature club is made of. As if on cue, a few people wander into the room, curiously looking around the room. Monica confidently walks over and greets them, and so it begins! And so our quest for validation begins. Monica and Sayori have greeted the newcomers and settled them in desks throughout the classroom. Some people are already helping themselves to cupcakes, and I notice Natsuki keeping an eye on them. Meanwhile, Yuri is nervously looking through a pamphlet. I can see her soundlessly mouthing the words to a poem. Now I think about it, I should be getting some extra practice in as well. Before I can do so, though, Monica heads back towards us with Yuri in tow. Showtime, everyone. Let's do this, guys. Time to get this over with. I can do this. We group up and stand together at the front of the classroom. Monica steps up to the podium and clears her throat, drawing the room's attention to her. Okay, everyone. Welcome to the Literature Club's poetry performance. My name is Monica, and some of you may know, some girls sitting near the front of the classroom wave at her. And I'm the president of the club. Accompanying me is the vice president, Sayori. Hi, guys. And the rest of our club members, Yuri, Natsuki, and last but certainly not least, Beefus. Way, way. It's the Beefus, he's true blue. He's a piss pot through and through. He's not Australian, but he's British. Some would say better. Sorry. Look, we've got the BJ King of London as our Prime Minister. We are not better than anyone. Literature is amazing in its ability to connect us to the human condition, and we really hope that this event will help encourage others to start participating as well. Our club will gladly welcome any new members, from those who love words and writing as well to anyone who's simply just curious and wants to learn more. It doesn't say that the fan is picking up on my mic, so I'm just going to leave it on. OBS, don't lie to me. After the scheduled performances, we'll be opening up the stage for anyone else who wants to perform, so don't be shy. And now, without further ado, I'll be starting with my poem, The Way They Flap. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri and I head off to settle down in the frontmost desk, saving us the seat at the end for Monica. She stands there alone, yet still radiating confidence. After flashing a smile and a wink at us, she begins. Each word is crystal clear and exudes emotion. Somehow her recitation is even better than it was only a few days ago. She must have practiced hard to achieve perfection. The classroom is silent at first, drinking in her words. After a few moments, however, some whispering starts in the back of the classroom. I guess that's the inevitable, but it still doesn't make it any less annoying. I exchange a look with Natsuki, who rolls her eyes at the disruptions. Sayori pats my hand and gives me an encouraging smile. She's comforting, as always. As Monica's poem progresses, more and more people wander in. Normally this would be a good thing, where they're making a lot of noise. Thankfully, they simmer down once they realize Monica's talking, but the damage has already been done. She reaches the end of her poem, the last few words resonating in the classroom. A round of applause fills up the room, and Monica beams at everyone, patiently waiting for them to finish. Thank you for listening, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my poem, and I gave you a flavour of what this club is like. For the newcomers, welcome. We're just in the midst of showing all our poems. For the benefit of those who just joined, she quickly introduced everyone. Anyway, next up is Natsuki. Take it away. She's just so unenthused. Anyway, yeah, next is Natsuki. I'm out. Fuck off. Natsuki stumbles slightly as she makes her way to the front of the class. I guess the nerves are really getting to her. It doesn't help that someone sniggers and she turns to glare at him. Seems like Sayori notices too as she hastens to shoot Natsuki a reassuring smile. Natsuki stands at the front of the classroom with a poem in hand. Slight traces of irritation still visible on her face. Anyway, so my poem's called Jump. She takes a deep breath and begins her recital. Just as I was hoping, she's able to inject her trademark bouncy style into the performance, bringing the words to life. She doesn't quite radiate the confidence Monica did, but her unique style shines through, giving the poem a flow and rhythm. While simple, it's effective. My heart sinks as I start picking up on the newcomers having their own conversation in the back of the room. I'm hit with a surge of anger. How can they be so inconsiderate? It's clear that they aren't paying any attention, and from the pause and change in Natsuki's tone, she's clearly picked up on it as well. Why can't they just save their stupid, selfish conversations for after our performances? Her poem comes to an end, but unlike with Monica's, there's a slight awkward moment of silence. Once again, there's a round of applause, but it's clear that the audience's engagement isn't quite as strong. Great performance, Natsuki. I really like the rhythm of that poem. Natsuki forces a smile and makes her way back to her seat. It's clear that she's upset. Anyway, our Vice President Sayori is next to perform. Hi everyone, hope you like my poem. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. It's okay, Sayori. Just remember what we've practiced. I've got full faith in you. Don't fuck this up, alright? This one's called My Meadow. She begins her poem. Her soft voice guides us through the recital, and there's a remarkable contrast between her cheerful inflection and the more bittersweet nature of the words. At the corner of my eye, I notice people casually flicking cupcake wrappers onto the floor, along with candy wrappers lying on the tables. Worse still, the talking is getting louder and more noticeable. Monica looks around at the perpetrators, frowning at them. One of the students lets out a loud yawn, making absolutely no effort to hide it. Another student picks up one of the quotes and nudges their friend. They both frown and laugh at the message, and I get the horrible feeling it's more the mocking kind of laugh. At this point, I'm seeing red. If we weren't in school, I would have punched these inconsiderate pricks. Bun being in school, just fucking whack him one. Knock him out, dude. Bun knocking him out, just get a switchblade and just fucking drive it down their throat. It's like, you want to talk, I'm going to make sure you never talk again. That's how it goes. No one should be this rude to Sayori. She's perhaps the sweetest person I've ever met. She's trying her best and is making a real effort to continue despite the now obvious disruptions. To her credit, her performance is still commendable. She manages to work the contrast of her enunciation against the words in her favour. It adds an interesting depth to the poem, and I'd love to see more of this side to her. She brings her performance to a close, hands shaking slightly. Lovely poem, Sayori. You really brought that one to life. Thank you. Something's off with her voice. It's like how she was on Friday. Monica stands up, turning to address everyone in the room. This is going to be fun. Hang on. I've somehow knotted my hoodie. Fucking... There we are. Just a polite reminder that this would be much appreciated if everyone could give our poets some respect while they're performing. Monica looks stern and looks positively furious. Thank you. Now the stage is all yours, Yuri. Love how Monica's like, it would be very great if you could... Oh, shut the fuck up, please. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. You've got this, Yuri. Just pretend like it's only me, Natsuki, Sayori, and Monica. I can't do this because... Yes, you can. I believe in you. I, the great Papyrus, believe in you. I've seen how passionate you can become when you talk about Portrait of Markov. I love that. I love seeing that side of you. Besides, like you said, this club could be the perfect place for any of these people. We just don't know yet. Okay, thank you. Here we go. This poem is titled After Image of a Crimson Eye. Here we go. Her voice quivers as she starts, but unlike her recitation a few days ago, the meek and trembling version of Yuri remains well into the poem. She determinately forges ahead, but I can tell that she's not enjoying it in the slightest. The rest of the classroom, momentarily subdued by Monica's words, soon begins to grow louder again. After a few lines of her poem, they're even more unruly than before. The crinkling of rappers fills the air, and at a few points, Yuri is almost drowned out by others' voices. I catch a few people getting up and leaving the classroom, and by the slight itch in her voice, it seems like Yuri's seeing them as well. Her eyes stay glued to her poem now, and it looks like she's trying the hardest to ignore everyone. One boy quietly wolf whistles at Yuri, causing her to jump and lower her head even more. She's practically shaking like a leaf. This is absolutely disgusting behaviour, and I open my mouth to say something. Suddenly Natsuki stands up, a loud scraping noise from her pushing away from the desk, drawing the attention of the students. Y'all just shut up! I'm really freaking sick of this! Like, you guys be so rude! We're trying our best to show you something amazing here, and you're just gonna stomp all over our hard work like that? Unbelievable. Can't even understand how people can be this arrogant. Ugh, it's just plain terrible. I want to interrupt you, Yuri, but I can't stand it anymore. You idiots might as well leave if you aren't gonna pretend to pay attention. Only came for food anyway, let's go, guys. I throw a panicked look over to Monica, who's holding a strange, stiff expression on her face. Looks like she's struggling to stay calm for everyone. After a few minutes, there's barely anyone left. Yuri, meanwhile, quietly begins speaking again, but her voice is barely audible. There's just a stifling silence accompanying her words, which finishes a weak snattering of applause sounds from the few who are left. She unsteadily steps down from the stage, blank look on her face. She wouldn't look at any of us either. I'm worried about her. Okay. Thank you, Yuri. You did wonderfully. I'm sincerely sorry for all the disruptions and sheer arrogance you had to endure. Those kinds of people really are the worst. To those who are left, I want to thank you all for staying and apologise as well. This is definitely not a normal occurrence for the Literature Club, I assure you. Well, let's finish this off with Beefus then. With a heavy heart, I slowly get up and walk onto the stage. When I get to the podium, I'm appalled by the sight of the classroom. Candy and cupcake wrappers are strewn across the floor and quote cards lay tossed about, with many of the cards now featuring shoe prints over the words. The remnants of goodie bags are left ripped apart on desks. Even the kanji curtain looks tangled up and messy. The only students left are the ones who waved to Monica at the beginning. This is what Yuri had to see when reciting her poem. No wonder she didn't want to look up and face these people. Can I really do this now? How were the others able to finish their poems? I look at the clock, only 10:20. Has it really only been 20 minutes? Taking a shaky breath, I begin to speak. Hi everyone. I'd like to take a second to apologise as well, both to those checking out the club today and those who are already in it. Despite everything that's happened, I can say that I'm glad I joined since I got to meet so many amazing people. I believe that you guys will love it as much as I did too. Anyhow, I hope that you all enjoy Acquainted with the Night. I start reading, and I'm struck once again by the beauty of the poem. The loneliness and isolation conveyed so accurately, I can relate to a lot of these feelings. I won't be so good as the others at reciting, but I can only hope that I'll be able to do the poem justice. Thoughts of doing both the poet and the club proud strengthened my spirit, and I managed to fight through the depressing mood. The quiet of the classroom suits the lines of the poem well, and my recital seems to fly by rather quickly. Excellent performance, Beefus. What a great way to round off the event. As I step down from the stage, Monica stands up and addresses the room. Thank you all for coming and staying. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. That's it for the scheduled recitations, but you guys are free to stay and hang out if you want. Any students start to stand up. She's isn't she in my class later in the game? Sorry about everything, Monica. I'll check out the club sometime. Commiseratory smile. I'm torn between wondering whether they're all pitying us or sympathizing with us. Yes! England! Let's go! Monica keeps a strained smile plastered on her face. Meanwhile, Yuri has her head buried in her arms on the desk. In contrast, Netsuki is staring straight ahead, gritting her teeth, and Surya looks down at her desk, pitting at a spot on the varnished wood. Pitting at a spot! Jesus, this is awful. This is so... Oh, God, this is messier than my bedroom. And I never clean my bedroom. Oh, God. There's silence in the room, made worse by the sense of awkwardness. No one knows what to say. No one expected the festival to end this way, and the impact it's hitting us all. My computer's getting really warm, and I don't like it when it gets warm because I get scared. So I have my fan constantly like cooling down the computer. So this is cool. So that could have gone better. I don't understand. Where did we go so wrong? We spent so long preparing for this, and after all that effort, I know, I don't get it either. Thought you guys all did such a good job as well. The decorations, the recitals. I'm sorry, Monica. Nah, don't worry about it, Beefus. It's not like it's your fault anyway. This is your fault, Monica. I told you this was a stupid idea. None of us were even that comfortable with doing this in the first place. Now look where it's landed us. Excuse me? My fault? You all agreed to do this. Pardon me for thinking it would actually go well. What's so wrong about that? We only agreed to do it because we felt like you were forcing us. I was really hoping this wouldn't happen. Giving everyone's low moods an argument is the last thing we did. I didn't force anyone, Natsuki. You know how much this club means to me. I was just excited to show what we have to the rest of the school. I feel like there's going to be a decision soon, so I'm just going to, Yep. Yeah, because that was such a good idea, wasn't it? I'm really starting to get sick of your constant sarcasm, you know. Why can't you just try being positive for once in your life? Gee, it's funny you should say that, because I'm really starting to get sick of your self-righteous, know-it-all attitude. We told you this was a bad idea, but no, you just had to insist on this. Everyone told you this was a bad idea. No one was happy with it. It was for a reason. Look at how much Beefus enjoys it here. It's really so unreasonable to think that we could have found someone else like him. Or is that just too positive for you to even fathom? This is awful. This is awful. This is awful. I hate it. Look at how badly everyone was humiliated. How inconsiderate all of those assholes were to all of us. They didn't even give a damn about anything we had to say. What did one prick say? He was only here for the food? All of that hard work, just for what? Nothing? Jesus, please, Natsuki, can you calm down? Don't tell me you're taking your side. You're yet to experience the worst of it. I don't get why you're not mad either. Natsuki, there's no point in being angry at Monica. She didn't want this to happen. She had no idea people would react this way. It's bad enough that the students were rude, and I really don't like fighting inside the club itself. Yeah, but if Monica just listened to us when we said we weren't comfortable with the whole idea, this would never have happened. Look, what you're not understanding is that sometimes you just have to take risks. Sure, this didn't go so well, but there was always a chance it wouldn't have ended like this, and we could have had new members. I mean, you of all people could understand that the best, right, Beefus? You made the choice to come here, and look how much you enjoy it. Oh, don't you try and suck up to him, Monica. Face it, you never listen to us, your club members, or take our opinions into account. Tell me I'm not alone in thinking that, Beefus. Oh, great, now I have to choose a side. I really don't want to do this. Oh, fuck's sake, man. I mean, they both have a point. Monica's is significantly a better point. So I'm going to go with Monica. It made me very unpopular with Natsuki. I brace myself for what's going to come next. Natsuki, come on. You know better than I do that Monica loves this club. It's only natural she'd want to share it with the rest of the school. Ugh, seriously? You're taking her side? I can't believe this. No, it's not like that. I'm not taking her side. It's just what? That's exactly what you're trying to do, Beefus. Don't try and backpedal. Natsuki, that's not what he's trying to say. He's just... Oh, of course, you're jumping to his aid. Shut up, Monica. Jeez, Natsuki, don't you think that was a little out of order? You didn't have to shout at her. Well, do you know? You haven't even been here for 5 days. Why is everyone making me out to be the bad guy here? Remember when Monica said she'd make sure people weren't going to be rude during our performances? Well, congratulations. She sure did a fantastic job with that. I mean, it's not like anyone wolf whistled at Yuri or anything, was it? Some enforcer you were. I'm the only one who can see this for what it is. It's just Monica trying to use the club to boost her popularity, and it sickens me. You think we're all just, what, some kind of pawns for you? Explain why you didn't even consider how reluctant we all were to do this, or why you even let anyone just walk over us. Natsuki, you're just being ridiculous now. Why would I want to hurt all of us? It's not exactly been easy on me either. You. What do you of all people about life being hard? It's easy for you, Monica. With your role as the queen of this school, everyone's liking you and all that crap. You have such a perfect life and all, never having to defend your interests, never having anyone ridicule you for the things you like. I share classes with those assholes, you know, and you can bet they're going to have a lot of fun telling everyone else about how much of a loser we all are. And guess what? It's all because of you. This is going well. Face it, Sayori would be a better president than you could ever be. Natsuki's really getting... I'm really getting into this. Sayori's miserably hugging herself, looking completely lost for words. Monica is wearing a stony expression on her face, looking both enraged and heartbroken. The whole club waits for a reply to the bombshell Natsuki just dropped on her. But without a word, Monica turns on her heel and walks out of the door, the impact of Natsuki's word hanging in the air behind her. No one knows what to say. For a few moments, the heavy silence remains. Even Sayori standing around awkwardly. Natsuki is refusing to be anyone's gaze. She looks like she's regretting her words a little bit. Guys, please, can we make sure that never happens again? It was awful! That was horrible to experience, to say the least. Without Monica to restore our order and keep things going, the club suddenly feels very aimless and disorganized. Natsuki, I know you're angry, but can you please find Monica and apologize? But, please. I know you feel a bit guilty of what you said. After all, you were a bit mean. That's okay, I'll go find Monica. No offense, Natsuki, but I don't think she'd particularly want to see you right now. Only a lot more diplomatic way of saying it. Fine. As I turn to leave, I silently motion to Yuri and Sayori to try and talk to Natsuki. Sayori nods and Yuri nervously swallows. Now, where would Monica go? She would probably want somewhere quiet where she could be by herself, right? Which rules out the classrooms, the courtyard, and the cafeteria. The only two places coming out of the girls' toilets or the rooftop. I hope it ain't the girls' toilets, because that's going to be awkward. I make my way over to the staircase that leads up to the top, thinking about how this conversation is going to go. Will she even want to talk to me? She didn't even say anything as she left. Was she that upset? Well, given what Natsuki said, I really wouldn't blame Monica. Guess there's only one way to find out. To the rooftop! So hopefully not watch Monica jump. Because I don't want to do that again. I've seen a lot of shit playing this game and the mods with this game. I don't want to see someone else die. Please. Please don't make me see someone die. I've seen enough. Bracing myself. I am traumatized by those 5 words. Man, the view up here really is something. I shiver as the wind cuts through my blazer. It's a cold and desolate place. A fitting setting for what just happened. I look around and there she is, leaning slightly over the barriers at the edge of the rooftop, face turned away from me. Not a peep sounds from her, not even when the wind slams the door behind me closed. Love that from you. Love that. Monica. No answer. illogical attempt. You looked pretty upset, so I thought I'd confound you. Monica. Beautiful view, isn't it? Yeah, you could say that. Is that the reason you came up here? It's part of it. Days like this, the wind and the eternally stretching blue sky make me feel like I could go anywhere. It feels freeing. There's something comforting in the possibility of getting swallowed up by that blue, being able to simultaneously take control and lose control. Monica, I know you're obviously not okay, but I'm asking if you're okay to know if you're okay. I'm going to ask if you're okay so that you can choose to talk to me about whatever if you want to. Just give you an opportunity to open up. So, you good? Progress? Is that progress? I have no idea. This is literally, I'll be like, is that progress? Or is that just trying to make me feel better? I don't know. That's sweet of you, Beefus. To be honest, I didn't expect you to have any tact at all. Me neither. Did you expect that I'd be crying up here? Contemplating suicide or something? Don't worry, I wouldn't do it just because of the festival. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to cry it out. I actually thought that I really would cry at first, but I guess I'm all cried out. Guess I've come to terms with all the things Natsuki said already. She says just weighty words so casually. What Natsuki said wasn't true, Monica. I think they're a fantastic president. I'm not just saying that to cheer you up either. Remember what I said to you before the festival during your little pep talk? I'm going to reiterate it anyway because it's important that you're aware how much I mean it. Thank you for everything. You took me in when I really needed it. Remember how I said earlier that I've been feeling lonely? Well, that's how things have been for me recently. I haven't seen much of my parents lately, and most of my days I spend alone. Well, that changed when I joined your club. You were all so friendly and welcoming. Not once did you ever turn me away because I wasn't a poet. I mean, between you and me, I know my poems weren't the greatest. You have a lot of potential, Beefus. I did like your poems. Well, I'm glad you think so, but anyway, that's besides the point. You accepted me for who I was, and was always willing to help me. And more importantly, you've created something that 3 other girls hold dear to their hearts. Deal. I said deal instead of dare. Don't at me for that. Definitely the sign of a good president, if you ask me. Monica looks down for a moment as if composing herself and then meets my eyes with a smile. Thank you, Beefus. It really means a lot. Like I said earlier, hearing all this from a newcomer really does make me believe I've hit the goals I set for myself. All I wanted was to create a little haven that people could call home, no matter their writing ability. Well, I'll take it from someone who joined only a few days ago then. Yeah, definitely succeeded. Also, had you not made this club, I would never have gotten to meet Yuri and Natsuki or been able to hang out with Sayori again, so nor would I have gotten to get to know you better either. And that would have been a real shame, eh? This past week has probably been the happiest I've ever been in a long, long time, and that is all thanks to you. I don't really know what to say. It's okay, seriously. Just wanted you to know how I felt. Anyway, Natsuki was a bit out of order with her words, but honestly I don't think she meant it. I guess tensions were just running really high, and you know better than I do how fiery she can be. Yeah, I know she was just really upset, but hearing those words, it hits pretty deep, you know? I tried telling myself not to take her words to heart, but I knew she was just upset. But it was that line about Sayori being a better president. I don't know why it got under my skin so much. It was just spite, Monica. People say awful things when they don't mean when they're upset. Yeah. Sayori and Yuri are talking to her now, and I get a feeling she wants to apologize, but just doesn't know how to. Well, that's definitely something Natsuki needs to work on, by the way. By the way, thank you for making the effort to find me. It really means a lot. Yep. My face heats up a little bit as I process the heartfelt, rather vulnerable scene we're both in. You're welcome, Monica. Nothing to thank me for. I sheepishly scratch the back of my neck. We should go find the others, though. Don't want them to worry or anything. I hope so. It wasn't exactly nice to be told you have a perfect life and that you've never experienced any difficulties. As we make our way back to the club, I just hope Sayori and Natsuki were able to talk some sense into Natsuki. Last thing we need is another argument. She's silent as we wordlessly make our way back to the classroom. We finally arrive. I squeeze her shoulder as she takes a deep breath and walks in. Ah, they're back! Yuri and Siovi hurry over to us, looking worriedly at Monica. Meanwhile, Natsuki remains standing off to the side by herself, arms folded. Hey guys, I'm alright, really. Taking some time outside helped me clear my head, and I'm feeling a lot better now. Not to mention, Beefus was a real help too. I'm relieved. It was a frightening prospect to consider losing our club president. Yeah, now that everyone's calmed down, we can sort things out. Natsuki, why don't you come join us? Get over here. Come on. Come on, small person. Let's go. She drags her feet. She makes her way over to us. I notice Monica fidgeting with the hair of her skirt and smile reassuringly at her. Okay, so I'm here. I think what Natsuki means to say is that she just said all these things in here for the moment. A crime of passion, as it were. Hey, jeez, I can speak for myself, okay? I'm just gonna get this over with. What I wanted to say was that I didn't mean it when I said that you're a bad president. I mean, I guess it's pretty clear that you care about a lot about the club. It's just that those jerks pissed me off so much that I blurted out random things and needed a vent. I won't lie, it does seem like you always get special treatment because you're so popular. Then again, I wouldn't know what you've had to go through. You're on a totally different level from the rest of us. Natsuki. Anyway, that's all I guess. I've always seen you as a friend, and hope that you're still able to see me as one too. Thank you for saying that. I'm not going to lie either. Your comment doubting my presidency hurt. It's definitely not the truth, though. You're a great president, Monica. Yeah, you brought us all together. Without you, we wouldn't have become friends, and I wouldn't have been introduced to the world of poetry. I agree. It's an amazing feeling to be able to talk to like-minded individuals. Yeah, as far as presidents go, we could definitely do worse. And so what if you nudged us into the festival? I guess it's only normal for the president of all people to want the club to grow. Thanks, guys. I guess that after all that, I have no choice but to accept Natsuki's apology, eh? I mean, it'd be really great if you could. I can't be asked to do this again. That's certainly an understatement. Did I say something strange? Oh, Yuri, you're so funny. Fucking Jesus. Okay, everyone. Alright, here we go. That catchphrase is never leaving my vocabulary ever again. I totally forgot to mention this, but we still need to clean everything up. I'm sure that with all of us working together, though, it won't take that long to do. I'm assuming everyone's just going to skip the festival and go home after this. I'm pretty tired after all the stuff that just happened. As am I. Same here. I wish I could leave too, but I have a shift in my class's cafe after this. It's alright though, everyone gets moving then, so you can all go home. Everyone starts cleaning up the room, myself included. Yuri and Natsuki start packing up the essential oil setup and cupcake trays respectfully. Meanwhile, Sayori, Monica, and I pick up everything left on the ground and desks. It's like we're erasing all trace of the festival ever happened in here. Although I can't help but think that there's still lingering tension in the air despite Monica's cheery expression. I have a feeling that Monica might just be putting the club before herself in this case. But the only thing I could do now is hope that everyone will feel better tomorrow. It'll be pretty nice to get home from school early for a change and be able to relax. Although now that I think about it, I really only have anime and video games to look forward to. Borp. I guess after everything that's happened today is going to be plaguing my mind tonight. I had to check my phone, sorry. Finally, we're in the mod. Let's go. We're in the mod, let's go. Here we go. What? Did it literally just send me back to the... What? I don't think I downloaded the right Blue Skies. Hang on. Do we just go new game, or is it like... What do I do here? What do I do? Did I download the wrong Blue Skies? If I downloaded the wrong Blue Skies, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna kill someone. I don't think I downloaded the right Blue Skies. I've got version 0.1.2 and the 6th of July version is 1.0.5. I'm fucking dead inside. I hate my life. I hate my life. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get Blue Skies in. And then I'm gonna try and get to where I was. Right there. End of festival. And I'll see you guys next episode, hopefully, where we just left. Because I swear to fucking Christ. I installed the wrong one! Are you kidding me? Fucking hate my life. Yeah, that's, yeah, well, see you guys next time. I hate myself, and peace.